New from 88 Films is Taxi Hunter. I was super excited about this one simply because it's directed by Herman Yao and stars Anthony Wong, the guys behind the fantastic Ebola Syndrome and the really interesting Untold Story. Two films I really enjoyed. Now, going into Taxi Hunter, I loved the synopsis. It's what sold me on picking up this film. Kin, a hard-working individual, has a few run-ins with drivers, which culminates when his wife is abandoned as she is needing medical attention, heavily pregnant, and needs to get to hospital soon as his wife dies, facilitated by that last taxi driver. Kin is really struggling to deal with this. He decides that, you know what, a lot of taxi drivers out there, they need to get their comeuppance, and he is the man that is going to deliver that vengeance. And you kind of have our character Anthony Wong going from the straight-laced businessman who's successful family man into a loner who's distraught, fueled for revenge, and is looking for nasty taxi drivers to get his vengeance out on. There is also a side story of police officer, his brother being one of the main police officers who's going to be investigating the taxi driver's murders, just trying to figure out what's going on.
我冇偏見，啲的士佬抵死嘅。你做咩咁望住我啊？你以為我殺啲的士佬啊？
It's 89 minutes and it's kind of silly. The main issue I had with this one is it takes so long to get to that crux where we can start getting the crazy violence after it. Roughly half an hour before the inciting incident is going to allow our character to go for his vengeance after there. We get to see him build up his frustrations, how successful his life is, how happy his marriage is, before getting everything ripped away from him and seeing him turn into the bad guy that he now is.
後生仔呢啲咁嘅人打佢係啱啦，打佢啦！
But it's entertaining as hell once it gets to those violent sequences. Seeing Kin go about talking to various taxi drivers, trying to figure out whether they're good guys and they get to live, or whether they're bad guys and they are going to, well, meet their maker one way or another, usually in a violent manner. And Kin's inability to cleanly kill people, this isn't something he's trained for, so he haphazardly goes around trying to do it, and the kills are always kind of messy as the people are fighting back by this almost imbecilic killer who tries to take down the bad guys. As always, Anthony Wong, Herman Yao together create something that's rather fun and rather unique, although this is the most akin to a straighter story than, say, Untold Story or Ebola Syndrome. And I say that in the fact that you can kind of see where the beats are. You can kind of tell how the story is going to play out, and it does follow that formulaic fashion.
我唔係有心殺你㗎，我只係想殺啲衰的士佬㗎咋。我唔知你係警察嚟㗎。
So you kind of have an idea of where the story is going, and there is very little in the form of surprises that comes throughout this. Not a deal breaker for me. It just kind of robs the movie of any kind of twists or surprises or excitement later on, because you kind of rough idea of where it's going to go. As we get to the end, tensions ramp up. We understand there's going to be a butting of heads of the brothers, you know, one wrong side of the law, one right side of the law, I suppose, depending who you support or follow. And it comes to a really kind of interesting car chase, which is really exciting and really well done. It's fun. It's almost kind of forgettable as well. It's one of those ones that I'll probably go back to in a couple of years and enjoy again, but I won't often think about it. Whereas Ebola Syndrome is one that's always kind of rattling around my head, making me chuckle at the most inopportune times. Let's dive into the disc of Taxi Hunter and see what's in store there. Let's go to the bonus features. First up, we've got an audio commentary with Frank Jeng. Then we have Hunting for Words, an interview with scriptwriter and producer Tony Leung Hyung Hwa which is 28 minutes 45 seconds. There's lots of interesting information here about this being his second production film, trying to get Herman Yao to direct his first Best of the Best, and a little nice anecdote about how they honestly thought this was going to be an awards-winning film, only to be pipped at the post by The Untold Story. Next we have How to Murder Your Taxi Driver, an interview with action director James Ha. This is 27 minutes 6 seconds. He talks about, beginning these relationships, building up with various people, and that's how he kind of met Yao and came onto this film working. He also spends a little bit of time talking about stunt work and how females are always kind of doubled by men at the time, and he's got particular reasons for that. Next up we have Falling Down in Hong Kong, an interview with star Anthony Wong, which is 17 minutes 57 seconds. He talks about pretty much becoming a accidental actor, meeting up and working with Herman Yao, and how Hong Kong was at the time and how that the politics and the situations eked into the films that they were making. There is also a trailer at 3 minutes 51 seconds and a stills gallery, and that's the extras for Taxi Hunter. So there we have it. Taxi Hunter out now from 88 Films. I would say, yeah, check it out. Be cautious though if you enjoyed Untold Story and Ebola Syndrome. It's not quite to those levels, but it's still kind of fun. It's a quick and easy watch. Got some nice extras and something I would say, yeah, worth checking out. I would love to know whether you loved this one, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Let me know in the comment box below. Let others see another opinion than just mine's, and maybe you can sway them in one way or the other. And as always, there is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.